Hey guys, this is my second post for today. I don't usually do two posts in one day, but I feel like I have to do this second one. Um, there's a there's a news story that I've been seeing popping up lately on my YouTube. Things that might interest me and stuff like that. And I happened to see this news story of a teenage woman named Alexi Treviso, I think it is. I think it's pronounced. So anyway, the Alexi Treviso story, the one where there was this teenage 19-year-old girl, that went into a hospital in New Mexico, and she, I guess, was complaining of back pain, went to the hospital, with her mom and I think stepdad, and then her boyfriend and his mother came as well to the hospital to be there for her. But she complained of back pain and she was severe back pain, which I guess can happen in a pregnancy too. So I guess they were doing everything that they should in the hospital, doing the urine sample and all that good fun stuff. So they were, trying to rule out UTI, rule out um, pregnancy and stuff like that, and it turned out she was pregnant, very, very pregnant, like full term pregnant, apparently. Though she I guess felt like she had to go do a bathroom trip, so she was caught on camera running to the bathroom. Um, and I guess what had happened was she'd given birth in that bathroom, and um, apparently it was like a murder scene in that bathroom, and they found a baby in the trash. Alexi claimed, from what I've gathered, that the pregnancy was, the baby was a miscarriage. Baby wasn't breathing. Baby wasn't crying or anything like that. So she was just, I guess she got nervous and got scared and whatnot, threw the baby out, and like covered the baby up, tried to pass it off as a really bad period episode. That wasn't the case. It was unfortunate. It was a very, very unfortunate, very scary incident, and it's been all over the news. The girl had given birth, and her mom was all upset. Her father, her stepfather was upset too. There was a lot going on, and she was just arrested recently. I'm talking like in the past few months for homicide or murder of the baby boy, as they found out. It was a full-term pregnancy. It should have been a healthy baby boy, yeah. And I just saw a really good coverage of the story on a podcast. I want to give a shout out to this channel. This lady named Annie Elise, I think it is Annie Elise. She has a podcast called Seriallessly, and it's a ironic name for the show, but it's actually a really good podcast, and I recommend going to her channel if you want to learn about any of the recent or even past cases or whatever. Annie Elise finds the really interesting ones, and she does a really good coverage. She finds she finds out everything she can about these incidences, and she compiles everything she finds into one podcast show, and she even posts her recent podcasts on her YouTube channel, which I find really cool, because not a lot of podcasts post on YouTube, but some of them do, like Annie Elise. She did a really good coverage, a really good podcast, I should say, of the news story where she compiled together footage from the different nurses, the different staff members that dealt with the Alexi Treviso case. And as far as I know, she the Annie Elise said that it's an ongoing thing. Basically, I think they're aiming to get the trial going in the fall. I think around October, at least, to hopefully get this matter resolved and closed as quickly as possible, because it's messed up. And there's one staff member that I felt really, really bad for, that unfortunately wasn't on the podcast, but I did see video footage once of I think it was a housekeeper. I don't know her name. I I didn't catch it. I didn't hear it or anything, hear mention of it. But I saw it was a Spanish gal. She spoke English very well. They spoke very good English. In fact, I think New Mexico is mostly English speaking anyway. Anyway, the gal that did the housekeeper that went to clean the bathroom after the whole pregnancy thing happened, after Alexi's pregnancy happened. She I guess giving birth happened. Anyway, after that whole thing happened, the housekeeper had to go into the bathroom and clean it up. She was the one that unfortunately found the body in the trash can. And I also feel bad for the male. I think it was I think he's the head ER tech. Found the body, pulled out the body, brought it to a trauma room, and opened up the bag, and he found, unfortunately, that he couldn't save the baby. He couldn't revive the baby, and he said, and I even witnessed in the video, Annie Elise's video, that the gentleman that was hoping to resuscitate and revive the baby had the chance stolen from him, unfortunately. And he was very genuinely upset about that, and the investigators that were interviewing him in the video were equally upset. I could tell they were. One of them took off his glasses and pinched the bridge of his nose. He was that upset, and They both told the gentleman, "Thank you for all that you do, and we are sorry that you had to deal with this situation. I hope you never have to deal with that again." They basically said all along those lines. And I hope for their sake, I hope for that for the hospital that Alexi was at. I hope for everybody that was working there that night that had to deal with that situation never has to deal with that again. That sounds truly awful, and I hate that they had to experience that, and I genuinely hope they don't have to go through that again. That's utterly terrifying. And Alexi, I hope that she learned something from this. I hope that she learned something from this. I don't know what I hope she learns. You know, I hope she learns that lives are precious. All lives are precious. I hope that she learns, that in a situation like that, you should not be self think of yourself. You should be thinking of baby. I saw one comment in Annie Elise's comment section that said that what should have happened is this is a safe haven. It was a safe haven hospital they went to. She could have handed the baby off to a nurse and said, "Hey, here's a baby. I don't want my mom to know about this. So please don't mention anything to her. Here's the baby." And then when later on, when mom was out in the waiting hall or whatever, the waiting area or whatever, all she would have had to do was fill out paperwork so the baby could be put up for adoption and stuff. That's all she had to do. But instead, she had to learn that the hard way. I'm just about out of room for a video, so I'm going to stop here before I start crying in this video, and and tell you guys that I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I I'm glad I got 2 posts out today, and I hope to continue making something, making videos, even if it's opinion like this. Anyway, have a good rest of your day. Bye.